Hi, my name is Steven and I'm part of the RedPoly designer team. Now the purpose of this tutorial is to show you our newest edition, which is called Texture Atlas. Now what exactly is a Texture Atlas? Well, this is actually a combined textures. Now the biggest texture size in Second Life is 1024 by 1024 pixels. Now we very rarely use those in our builds. Most of our textures are 512 by 512. So we decided to combine those in one big texture. By doing this, we are reducing uploading fees and rendering costs. There are many other things like faster workflow and so on. So I will show you today what exactly is Texture Atlas, how to customize a Texture Atlas, and how to use our script to easily work with those. Okay, first things first. Now this is our newest product. It's Western inspired boots. This one is textured with only 5 images. Those are texture atlases. So let me show you now. Go to the select texture and take a look at this. Now this is one single texture composed from 4 smaller ones. Now here we have the original mapping, which is every single prim has one texture applied to it. For example, see, this front prim here has only one texture applied to it. Okay. Now you're probably asking how I will work with those. Well, actually it's pretty simple. I'll show you how to do this in Photoshop, and the benefits are that you need to save only 5 textures here instead of 45 here. And you need to work on them and then re-upload them. Now the uploading fees are 450 vs only 50 Linden dollars. Okay, so first things first, how to do this, how to save this. Now I will go here and I want to work on this prim. Now I see that this prim is textured with 4 smaller textures. Now it's clearly visible here in this small thumbnail. Now we have a script here. Let me find it. It's called redAtlas. Now I will put the script inside the contents of this object here. And okay, let me use the script to find which prims are textured with this combined texture. In this case, this one. Okay, this one. What I need to do is click on this, find the texture in my inventory, right click it, copy asset UUID to my clipboard, click cancel, then I click on the boot and I see this pop-up. Now I need to use this find texture option, click find texture, and will ask me to enter the UID in the chat, right click, paste, hit enter. Okay, what's happened here? Well, every prim that is not textured with this atlas became semi-transparent. Now notice all those prims. All the prims that are actually textured with this remain visible, 100% visible. Now this is done to illustrate you which prim uses these textures. And this is very cool because now you know that this one, this one, this one, and this one uses the texture that we selected. Okay, let's take this one and just save it to my hard drive. Now you can open it, you can save it from here. I have it saved in my hard drive already, so I'll open it here. Okay, notice here, those are all the textures for this boot, and this one is the texture that I wanted to save. Now I will open it in my, here it is. And now you're probably asking yourself, okay, how can I distinguish which one is which? Okay, let's first do something else. Let's go back into Second Life, and I want to change this part, this prim, but I'm not sure which one of those four is related to this one, because those are sections, and each one of those sections, those four sections, are actually one prim, equals one prim. Okay, here we can use our reference. Now this boot is textured completely normally. Now every single prim uses one texture. Now in this small thumbnail here, I can see how this texture looks like, how this image looks like. So I can go back and select this prim again. I can see that this one can be found in the upper left corner. So this is the part of this atlas that I need to change in order to change this. So I go here and I need to work only on this part, but how to distinguish them from the other parts? Now we will include actions that will cut the images to different parts, like 4 parts, 16 parts, or else, but I will show you how to do it on hand. It's very simple and it's very fast. You need to set few options to your Photoshop. The first thing is go to View, and you need to go here to Snap to, and to activate this, Snap to Grid. Then you need to activate snapping, and you need to click Show Grid. Now you see here is a shortcut, and I will click this. Now notice there is a grid over my image. It's with very small squares. Now we need to change the size of those squares. So each square will be 256 by 256 pixels. How to do that? Okay, let's go here to our Edit, Preferences, Units and Rulers, no, by Guides, Grids and Slices. Okay. Now see this option here, grid line every 1 centimeters and subdivisions of 1. Now we need to change this to first to pixels. I need to change it to 256 pixels and subdivision of 1. Okay. Now what we have here, we have 16 squares. Each one of those squares is 256 by 256 pixels. So 4 squares are equal to 512 by 512 pixels. Okay, I will double click on this background layer in order to create a separate layer. Okay, and I'll take my selection tool and I'll start from here, and I don't know if you notice this, but actually it snaps to the grid lines. Okay, now I will snap it to this grid line, so now I have perfect selection of this. Now for example, if you have something in the middle like this small here part here, you can go here, make this snap, then right click and use transform selection, take this and snap it to the end, and now you have this small part selected. Double click, but I want to select this big one part. Okay, now I select it, click Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. Now if we make the visibility of this one, we will see only this one. So far so good. I can go to my view, show grid, and I can remove the grid. Now if you zoom, you see only this texture and you can work with it. What we can do is change the color of this. I go here to adjustments, go here to hue and saturation, colorize, and start playing with those things here. Let's make it, I don't know, something like this. Maybe darker, lighter, it's no. Okay. And now let's change something else, like this one here. No, let's change this one. Okay, one more time I go to this layer, take the selection, start. Oops, our grid is not visible, sorry about that. Go to view, show grid. Okay, start and select this big one. Control C to copy, Control V to paste. And I am working now on this layer, and I can go here to image mode, oops, adjustment, hue and saturation, colorize, and I don't know, make it something like this. I can go here to image adjustment, levels, to change the levels just a bit. Something like this, changing the gamma. This is the gamma here. Okay, now what we have here is this. We changed it to texture with no time, and now I will save this as a JPEG. Okay, we call this new. Save. Save. I go here back to my viewer, go to file. I will upload this now. Okay, here I'm uploading now. Upload. Now the cool thing here is that you can actually retexture those prints manually, because you know which are those. And each one of those prims are using this texture. This is very important for you to know, each one of those 4 prims. But we've added functionality in our script that can do this automatically. Let me show you how. Now, I'll close this. Click, and you have this replace button. Now I click it, and notice I need to enter 2 UIDs, one of the original and one of the replacement, and separated by this symbol. Okay, now I go here. I need the original texture here, so I click select, open, right click, copy asset UID, cancel. I'm pasting it here in my chat bar. Separator, go here now, copy asset UID, paste it here, and click enter. Now what happened? This texture was changed very fast, and now see I have this one here and this one here, perfectly retextured. Now since I want to see the whole prims without any semi-transparency, I'll click one more time and click reset. And that's all. And you need to do this for all necessary prims and all parts of the atlases. Some of the atlases are created from 256 by 256 pixel textures. Some are created from 512 by 512 pixels. So you need to use this to select small parts of the atlas, big parts of the atlas. You can change this options here. You can change the grid line every, for example, 128 pixels if you want to work on small. We don't. We have only 2 very small textures in our last atlas specifically for this product, but probably in our next product we will not use such small textures. All will be 256 by 256. I mean the smallest one. Okay. Well, that was on, and it was pretty simple. I hope you like it, and it will be great if we can hear some feedback from you about these options. So we need to know if you want us to include it in our next product line. So that was all. I hope it was clear enough, and wish you all best. Bye bye.